I'm gonna be turning my silly mobile app into a Steam game. Problem. It costs $100 to publish on Steam. Make that $154 since I'm in Australia. At least I get some Steam points, whatever those are used for. The next step to be a Steam developer is to give them all of your personal information. All of it. They know my name, address, driver's license, bank details. I had a great time filling out the tax forms and swearing under the penalty of purgatorial, however you say that.
Perjury.
Sure hope I was on the legit site. Now to wait a week for Valve to review. While waiting, I've got a few things to do. This is the game plan. Desktopification. It's painfully obvious that everything was designed for a vertical phone screen, and not a computer. De-uglification. I need to make it look better than some grey panels. New features, like add new stuff. Steam features, make achievements, stats, cloud saves, and all that good stuff work. Marketing. Use my knowledge of YouTube clickbait to make a banger store page. This is the app running on a phone, and this is it on a PC. It needs some work. The desktopification. When you resize the app window, the sheet of bubbles doesn't resize. So I copy-pasted some code, and now it adapts to fill the screen. Now to make the UI waste less space, let's put it on the side. Still looks mid, but an improvement. I've got some ideas to spruce it up though. These tiny little edit buttons look terrible and are hard to click. So I made big buttons. And now that you have a keyboard, you might want to actually use it to move around the UI. So I figured out how Unity's keyboard navigation system works. I also did a bunch of boring nerd backend code improvement stuff today, which I cut out for the sake of your own sanity. Steam hasn't approved of my application yet, but the desktopification was going alright. Most of the menus were working. Well, the background menu had nothing in it, and the bubble menu had 2 confirm buttons, and everything looks ugly. I had a controller support! You can plug in a controller, move the joystick, hold the A button, and pop bubbles. I have no clue how this works, because I copied it all from some random tutorial. I also copied another random tutorial for controller rumble. This was so fun to play around with. I played with my little brother, and we had all sorts of ideas. Maybe we could have multiplayer bubble wrap. We have to see who can pop the most bubbles in a limited time. There could be power-ups, and I'm getting way too ahead of myself. Okay. Controllers are really cool, but I need to work on making the UI look less ugly. But I wanted all the functionality back before the visual refresh. I've changed the menus a bit from the mobile version. All the changes, however, broke some things. I had to delete a confirm button and let you change the background again. The background menu is still pretty bland because I'm going to add image backgrounds in the future. But what is here is the color picker, which is also in the bubble menu again. The color picker code existed before, but should now resemble spaghetti a little less. The functionality has been restored. But before making things look good, I wanted to add a new feature. One not in the original app. It will solve the problem of the bubble customizing screen being overwhelming, making it take too long to change stuff. A feature that would let you change multiple settings in one click would make the options screen much easier to use and quicker. It took a while to code this preset feature, mainly because I wanted to show off how good of a programmer I was with words like interface, extensibility, inheritance, abstraction. I sound like I know what I'm doing, don't I? Today was also the day where Steam verified all my information, didn't send a hitman, and gave me access to the
Steamworks admin dashboard.
There is a very big confidentiality notice at the bottom of these developer pages, so I don't think I can show any of it to you. I've signed a non-disclosure agreement, NDA, and the penalties are pretty severe. Excited with my new Steam partner status, I wanted to start adding all the Steam features to my game, like achievements, but the documentation is written in a different programming language to the one I'm using, so I didn't understand a thing. Luckily, I found a YouTube tutorial which showed me exactly what to do, and I copied their code. I made a statistic for bubbles popped, and an achievement for popping 100 bubbles. They didn't work, and I don't know why. I don't even know how to see my achievements, because the Steam overlay doesn't work half the time, and the store page isn't up. I'll have to come back to it later. No more delays. Today was the day I commenced the de-uglification. This is the step where I replace the boring grey boxes. The new design needed to be simple, because the game is simple. It also needed to fit the theme of bubble wrap, whatever that is. I would need to think outside the box, or maybe on the box. Literal bubble wrap is used to protect stuff in a box. So what if I made the menus look like a cardboard box? The background could be this random cardboard texture I found. Menu titles could be stuck on with sticky tape, and the buttons could all be made of paper. I wanted the exit button to look different, like a bit of torn card, but that didn't end up looking good because I couldn't find the right image. I also don't really know what to do with the top panel thingy. At the moment, it's the paper texture colored grey. I don't want it to be distracting, but I also don't want it to look bad. That's a problem for later. Overall, I think it looks much better. but it still needs more tweaks. Day 6 also had improved controller support. You can click B to go in and out of menus, and Y to refresh the bubbles. Further, there's now a controller settings menu for cursor speed and controller rumble. This day didn't have any progress. I have to work on other things too, like the videos. My version history said a bunch of random fixes. Another part of the de-uglification is the icons. They currently look out of place. I try to make them look like bubbles, but I'm unsure about it. It doesn't really look like a bubble, just blue. Too blue. We're now 10 days in. In this time I've made it that the app works properly on desktop. It looks significantly less ugly. There's new features like presets and game controller support. I try to implement Steam achievements, but there's one thing on the checklist that I haven't even started. Marketing. I'm used to making clickbait YouTube titles and thumbnails, but Steam needs so much more. I needed to make a store capsule, small store capsule, vertical store capsule, store header capsules, library hero, library logo, library capsule, and screenshots. Oh, and I need to write a description, fill in age ratings, controller support questionnaires, support links, make up system requirements, add a client icon, community icon, set a plan release date, fake plan release date. There's a lot. Now I just need to wait for Steam to review it. I was meant to start writing the script for this video, but I got majorly distracted by Cookie Clicker. Look what I just got. The Bubble Wrap store page has been approved. I can finally ask you guys to wishlist this. Click the link in the description, scan the QR code, tap the card, or press the pin comment to wishlist Bubble Wrap. Wishlisting is free and would really help me out in the Steam algorithm. Thank you.